Greetings, Slackers. It's February 21st, 2017. And I'm over here on fox5ny.com with another article I want to share with you. Match.com survey. Many millennials have sex before first date. And this is by Matt King. It goes on to state here, in the last decade, we've all heard and read more than enough about the so-called hookup culture that allegedly describes the love lives of so many millennials. But Match.com's annual Singles in America survey suggests, if not a shift in millennial dating habits, then at least a newfound understanding of them. Match's survey of 5,000 single people, representative of the larger population and not necessarily Match users, found that 34% of singles and far more millennials than members of any other generation have had sex not on but before a first date. Quote, what they're really doing is having a sex interview, says Dr. Helen Fisher, a biological anthropologist and Match's chief scientific advisor. Millennials are ambitious. They're really interested in getting ahead, or getting some head maybe. Dr. Fisher says the professional and social drive leaves millennials hungrier to determine more quickly whether they want to spend the time and energy necessary to get to know a potential long-term mate, which Fisher says millennials desire more than any other generation before them. Quote, there's two ways to get the boy or girl. Either you spend a lot of time talking about college or life plans, or you get them into bed right off the bat and trigger some of this brain circuitry, Dr. Fisher says. The Singles in America survey also found 71% of men found it attractive when a woman suggested they split the bill. 78% of women surveyed said they offered to do so because they didn't want to feel obligated to do anything else. You hear that, guys? If a woman wants to split the bill with you, she does not want to feel like she's obligated to owe you anything. Let that marinate in you for a minute. The Singles in America survey also found millennial participants resented a date texting, taking phone calls, looking at their phone, or even setting their phone face up on the table. Increasingly, the survey suggests, and researchers like Fisher believe, that younger generations treat sex not as the pinnacle of intimacy, but as a first gateway through which all potential relationships must pass for screening before proceeding onward or not toward some ultimate plane of closeness. Now, on a lot of these dating websites, outside of Tinder, because Tinder appeals to, let's just say the 27 and under crowd, okay? And you have other dating sites which, you have all the date ranges on, but remember, you have different generations of, you got the baby boomer online dater, you got the Gen Xer, you got the Gen Y, the Gen Z, and all this stuff. So all these different generations have their different habits. It used to be taboo to hook up with somebody on the first date. But as you can see, we keep going into the future here, and as the proliferation of more dating sites becomes available for people to use, you have more chances to access sexual gratification if that's what you're looking for. You don't even need a relationship no more. It's almost as if relationships are sort of meaningless, But this article just gave some insight into the activity. And so for those of you who are 30 and younger, let's just say you're a 30-year-old male or even a 30-year-old woman, and you decide to date someone who's younger out here, keep this in mind and also understand that because of everyone's different hygiene habits and so forth, this is going to lead to the explosion of more STDs, more antibiotic resistant strands of different diseases and different things like this. So you'll want to know about that going forward because, hey, with people just hooking up and bouncing off the wall like that, something's bound to happen. But that's just my thoughts on the matter. Leave me yours down in the comment section. And as always, until the next time, that's going to do it for this article and this video. I'll catch you in the next one.